Good evening, fans. Welcome to the Lady Beaver Gymnasium here in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Ever dynamic Abukar. Lots of additions here to talk about. The Tommies, 9-3 in the regular season, second in the conference, 5-1 at home, 4-2 on the road. Lost at UKC, at Holland, and versus Holland. That one of those losses here at home versus Holland. The magical 127-124 overtime game. Most points I've ever seen collectively on the score clock here in this gym. They were ranked as high as 5th nationally and 8th nationally going into the playoffs. Beat Kings in the semifinal, and then lost by 2 to these Mystics. Had an opportunity at the buzzer to tie it. You can bet they want to come out hard this season. Right now, off the top, send a message to the Mystics. 4 departures on the Holland College side. Elman Dervisevic, who we saw earlier, moved over to Holland College. Teb Braden, Seamus Cormier, and Eamon Waters. We'll mention them a little bit more later on. Additions, Trey Campbell out of Markham, Ontario. Ethan Tumwine, Tanner Hoyt, and Colin Downey. We'll talk about those folks as well. Pick up the starters now for MSVU. 4 is Adam Callahan. He's out of Sydney, Nova Scotia. 13, Will Spalding. 14, Jack Forward. 24 is Jackson Smith. And 23 is Tario Sands. Starters for the Tommies. Out of Markham, Ontario, number 4 is going to be Vince Littleton. Number 6 is going to be Tanner Hoyt, transfer from UNBSJ out of Grand Bay, Westfield, and St. John High School. 9 is going to be Evan Villain. And Owen Amos is number 10. The sharpshooting pair, number 9 and 10, out of Miramichi Valley, the Miramichi marksman. And Jeffrey Lavoie, academic All-Canadian and second team All-Conference, returns to the Tommies. A couple notable injuries for the Tommies. Tyrese Paul, fifth-year wing, is out, as is Defensive Player of the Year in the conference, Gaio Isaiah, number 8. Both out injured. Not expecting really to see them this weekend. Didn't ask the timeline of Coach Hickey or either of the players. However, that's the expectation. Lavoie will jump against Sands to start this one off. I'll get the official mention in here as well. Officials for this one are Spencer Jeffrey, he threw that up, Adam Humphrey, and joined by Mr. LaRock on the far side. Mystics control, that's Sands against Amos. Sands, 2 chances at it, now 3, finally does draw first blood here in this one with the score. Knocked away by Sands from Amos. 2-0 Mystics. We've played just about 30 seconds here in quarter 1. Lavoie for Villain. That's taken away. That's Spalding. Number 13 guarded by Lavoie. Spalding back rim. Rebound for Forward. Sands to the cutting Callahan. No good. Rebound to Owen Amos. Quickly off the bench for Vince Littleton is number 14, Ben Duell. Duell with the early check-in for Littleton. That's a three-pointer drained by Spalding. 5-0 Mystics in the early going. Lavoie on the drive, gets the 2 points to go down. Jackson Smith on the pickup for Adam Callahan. Sands with the save, back for Smith. Spalding puts up a three, makes a three. Lavoie for Evan Villain. Bandul got a hand on that rebound, but it's into the hands of Sands. And now for Smith. Smith lays it off glass for two. 10-2 in the early going for MSVU. Tommies can't get the offense in gear. The exception maybe of Lavoie, who goes off glass, draws foul. And we'll get the old-fashioned three-point play. Lavoie. He's off the heel of the rim. Rebound to Callahan. Sands and Smith. Will Spalding on the far side, guarded by Bandul. Three-pointer put up. Behind the backboard for me, I believe that was Jackson Smith. That's into the hands of Forward, who misses the shot. Villain for Lavoie. Lavoie can't get that one to go. That's one he's going to think he should make. Big Harrison Florian off the bench for the Tommies. Jackson Smith with a nice finish there. 12-4. Villain on the dribble. Taken away by a bunch of blue shirts. That's Jack Forward. Jackson Smith from the 15-foot range. And quick timeout for Coach John Hickey. He's talking defense to his troops as they come off the court, unquestionably. 14-4 start. Big start here for the Mystics. We're in quarter one here at Ken Gould Invitational, last game of the day. A little later start. The action has been fast and furious here all afternoon. 3 close games and entertaining games at that. This one already starting off at a high pace. Mystics with 14 on the board here early in this one. As soon as the timeout timer ends on the clock, I'll let you know how much time is left in the quarter. Had some issues with our score bug getting the feed from the game clock here all day, so I will continue to update that. 6:29 to go, period 1. That means first quarter. 14-4 is your score in favor of MSVU. Forward knocks it out. That's going to be a foul on Spalding from behind on Tanner Hoyt. Hoyt comes up from UNB SJ. Hoyt sparkling three-point shooting percentage. Shoots it over 50% clip from deep. That will be a big addition to this team. Florian is in, number 0 as well. Villain for Duel. Duel goes off glass. Little circus shot there for Duel. Chases the rebound. 2 on the shot clock because there was no rim. Hoyt knew it. Tried to get one off in time, but he couldn't make it happen. Mystics ball in their backcourt, plus 10 on the Tommies here early in this Ken Gould game. That shot goes through for Jackson Smith. Hoyt, silky shot from Tanner Hoyt. He averaged 15 for the Seawolves last year. It's his first points of this match on that nice little jumper. Good take from Nikhil Brine. Pardon me, Lion McLean, number 8. 8s and 9s are sometimes hard for me. Hoyt heating up. Turnover by Duel. Laid in by Murnahan, number 6 for the Mystics. Ty Murnahan, second year out of Dartmouth. Ben Duel gets the finish and the foul. .438 to go, first quarter, 21-11 in favor of MSVU. Duel converts. First look now at Trey Campbell, first-year guard out of Scarborough. I believe he was teammates with Vince Littleton in high school. Vince is back in as well, number 4. Florian cleans up the rebound on the miss by Malik Merchanti. Merchanti, the first-year forward out of Halifax, checks in. Campbell loses a handle but gets the ball back. Lavoie nearly had it stolen. Instead, it's Hoyt from the baseline. Campbell crashes the boards. Florian in pursuit. Florian comes away with it. I think we're going to have a foul on Trey Campbell, number 3. That's the type of aggression I think Coach Hickey will live with. Callahan on the baseline. Knocked away by Littleton. Littleton has the right hand fairly heavily taped, hand and wrist area. Tommies were on the road last weekend in Montreal. They went 3-0 in that tourney. Wins over St. Lambert, Vanier, and Jean de Brébeuf. Lavoie picks up a foul on the Mystics. It's going to go on Merchanti. That's Ontario Sands back off the bench. First foul on Merchanti. Spalding in as well. Jackson Smith, Adam Callahan will go to the bench. One scratch to mention for the Mystics. That's going to be Isaac Matheson, first-year guard out of Bedford. Coach Danny De Palma tells me he thinks Matheson is going to be really good for them once he gets healthy enough to play. Didn't ask what the injury was. Just a scratch here today. Campbell with 10 on the shot clock, launches from deep, makes a 3. Trey Campbell shows off some range, a 6'4" guard. Knocked away by Littleton. Ahead for Tanner Hoyt. He lays it in softly off the glass. Like the addition of Tanner Hoyt for these Tommies. Interesting to see what role he settles into when the Tommies get fully healthy, whether he remains in the starting lineup or whether becomes the sixth man in favor of Isaiah coming into the starting lineup. Of course, lots of shuffling, mixing, and matching that Coach Hickey can do. When I saw his name, I envisioned him to be a little Vinnie Johnson, microwave off the bench coming in, but of course capable of logging the starters minutes as well, and no doubt he will start a lot for St. Thomas. There'll be injuries along the way. Almost certain to be players banged up by times. Florian corrals a rebound for Littleton. Littleton taken away from behind by Tario Sands. Littleton goes to the floor to get it back. Scrappy play. Now it is Sands that comes away with it. Nice pass off the wing for McLean. McLean lays it in, 23-17, 2:14 to go in the first quarter. Mystics out in front of St. Thomas. Trey Campbell with another three, cuts the lead to 3. Campbell says, you're going to have to guard me behind the three-point line, fellas. I'm way too good from out here. Laid up and in on the inside by number 10, Sam Gilmore. Gilmore, first-year forward out of Bedford. Inside for Florian. He can't finish off glass. Instead, it's taken away by the Mystics' Murnahan. And now Spalding in the front court. Nice finish there by Tario Sands. Littleton answers at the other end with 2 off glass. Cuts the lead to 5, 1:05 to go, 27-22, MSVU. As we tick to the end of quarter 1. Picked off by Littleton. Pass intended for Gilmore. Littleton with a hit of steam. He's going to draw the foul. He's going to go on McLean, I think, number 8. No, blue 13, that's Will Spalding. Timeout called by Coach De Palma and the Mystics. Great slate of games here all day. Pick back up again tomorrow at noon. MSVU and Mount A. Women and men, they'll go at noon and 2. Holland College and St. Thomas, women and men, they will go at 4 and 6 on Saturday. Tune in here online if you can't get here, but if you can get here, come on down. If you do come, dress for the beach. It's mighty muggy and warm in here. .7 seconds to go in the quarter. Littleton on the line to shoot 2. Shot 67% last season in the ACAA. Did Littleton in his rookie year. 11.5 points a game, 5 rebounds a game, and nearly 2 assists for Littleton last season. Makes 2 to make it a 3-point game. Callahan against some pressure. To Ontario Sands for the cutting Murnahan. No rim on that shot. Tommies fans let McLean know. Littleton for Villain. Campbell again for three. That one doesn't go. Rebound to Littleton. He's going to draw the foul, and no, he's going to get called for a travel, will Vincent Littleton. Referee on the far side that says that's too many steps. Going to mop up the floor. That's going to happen a lot if you weren't watching earlier. You probably picked up on my comment. It is very hot and humid in here. Supposed to be raining outside. I haven't seen the outside since about noon. So I'm not sure what it is doing out there. It's supposed to be raining tonight and most of the day tomorrow, so we're going to have a lot of perspiration issues here on the floor. Driving and converting is Ontario Sands. He'll go to the line after picking up the foul for one more shot. 1.6 seconds left in the quarter. And Sands, who was a 60% free throw shooter last year in the ACAA, with a chance for a free one. No good there. Rebound did go to the Mystics. They get a shot off before the buzzer. But we're going to end quarter number one. 5-point lead for Mount St. Vincent University, 29-24. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching the Ken Gould on ACA TV and Tommies TV. 3 more quarters to go. I'm going to take a short break. Come on back in about 2 minutes for quarter two. Quarter one's in the books. 3 more quarters remain in this one, the final game of day one at the Ken Gould. Mystics +5 over the Tommies, 29-24. We are on pace for triple digits on both sides again, as we were in the earlier men's game between Holland College and Mount A. Lavoie on the outside. Back for Owen Amos. He can shoot from deep. Instead, he'll spin and drive. Knocked away by Sands. And it is picked up by Smith. Owen Amos is going to give the foul on Callahan. Jackson Smith on the baseline. Sam Gilmore drains 2 for MSVU. Lavoie for Owen Amos. Littleton, Evan Villain up top for Owen Amos. Lavoie on the spin, back for Amos for three. That one's off the heel. Reach-in foul on Lavoie. That's referee Adam Humphrey doing double duty here today. He refereed, I want to say, the first game this afternoon, did Mr. Humphrey. Showing off that he's in much better shape than I am. We'll run up and down with these young kids for a couple games here on day one of the Ken Gould. Good take there by Adam Callahan. He goes high off glass, gets two. Pushes the lead back to 9 for MSVU. That's Ethan Tumwine, number 5, who's checked in for STU. 6'3" first year of eligibility out of Fredericton High. Smith on the drive, has it knocked away by the Tommies. Tanner Hoyt up off the bench. And almost guaranteed by the end of the weekend, I'm going to call him Ian Waters. And that number 6. Steal there by Littleton. He's going to lay it in and score 2. Vince Stylen with 2 different color shoes on. One dark, one light for Littleton. Not sure if they're 2 different shoes or if that's a thing now in athletic apparel. 2 different colors in the same pair. Buzzer beating bank in 3 by Jackson Smith. Smiles at that one. Travel on Littleton. Good defense by Callahan. 10-point game, 7:25 to go second quarter. 36-26 in favor of MSVU. Smith hands it off. That's Keegan Fearon, number 20. Little heat check there for Smith. He says, if I got that bank to go, surely I can get one when I'm looking at the rim. Blaine can't handle the rebound. And it will stay with the Mystics. The Mystics, 20 is Keegan Fearon, 10 is Gilmore, 14 is Jack Forward, 24 is Jackson Smith, and 4 is Callahan. Oh, smart play there by Sam Gilmore to send that off of Evan Villain. Perrant just going out of bounds with the ball. Cleaning up some more moisture on the floor. A few fans moving here between myself and the action. We'll let them clear, and they do. We're back in play. 7:03 to go, 36-26 in favor of the Mystics. Inbound for Fearon. Callahan off glass, gets 2, makes it a 12-point game. Ahead for Lavoie. Lavoie outside for Owen Amos. Amos from 18 feet. Can't get it to go down. Smith on the rebound. Foul goes on White 9, Evan Villain. Didn't see that one. Must have been behind the play. Tied up in the rebounding action, maybe. Villain has been in the thick of things at both ends on the glass against Jack Ford for 1. Going to be an inbound in the backcourt. Villain's first. Trey Campbell ready to check back in for St. Thomas. Campbell checks back in for Owen Amos. One change I didn't mention on the Tommy side, Kyle Woodworth joins the coaching staff of John Hickey. Kenny Jean-Louis as well. Woodworth is an official, also has had lots of coaching success at the high school level and on provincial teams. In fact, it was Woodworth who ultimately led the U17 men's team here a few years ago to bronze when they hosted right here in Fredericton, just across the parking lot in the Curry Center. That I believe was the team Coach Hickey was originally selected to coach. He had a little health issue, if I have my timing and history correct, and called Woodworth stepped in, led them to a tremendous finish in that tournament. It's a good addition here for the staff of the Tommies. Campbell on the line, makes the first. 6:17 to go in quarter two. Tommies are stuck 11. Campbell can make it 10. 38-28 in favor of the Mystics. McLean looks inside for forward. Trey Campbell is going to pick up the foul. Going to be shooting two. Looks at the official and says, bit of a late call. Oftentimes you see the officials let the play finish before they blow it down. Sometimes makes it hard on me from a play-by-play perspective, but I think that was the case on that one. Forward on the line. Makes one of two. We're back to an 11-point lead. Tanner Hoyt for three. Tommy fans are going to enjoy watching Hoyt all season long. Loose ball, that's out of bounds. Smith and McLean can't connect. Good hustle by McLean on the dive. McLean out of Halifax in his third year. Go over to the Tommies and Trey Campbell will inbound. Lavoie in the low post. He can operate from there. Spin move, reverse lay-in, Jeffrey Lavoie. Tommy's got a piece of that one on the block, but it's put back up in. I believe that was Jackson Smith who got that follow. Not entirely sure of that. Lavoie goes to work again on the drive and scores. 6-point game, 41-35. 5:15 to go in the quarter. Malik Merchanti checks in. Keegan Farron goes out. Merchanti, first-year forward, out of the Fox. Down low, that is Merchanti. Now Murnahan. Murnahan off glass, rebound Villain. Ahead for Littleton. Littleton lays it in, draws the foul on Jack Forward. Good outlet by the Tommies. The streaking Littleton lays that in. Looks like we're going to get a timeout called here by MSVU. Four-point game, 41-37. Foul hasn't yet go up on the board, and I missed the referee's call. There it is, 14. Jack Forward confirmed his first. Team second this quarter. Tommies have 4. Timeout Mystics, as the Tommies have really cut into this lead. But the Mystics had established. It's now down to 4. Was up in double digits for a little bit. Pretty good crowd here. Almost said for a Saturday. That's the Billy Joel song. It's Friday. We'll have a pretty good crowd for a Saturday tomorrow. 4 more games on the slate. GoTommies.ca. Check that out. You can bet by the end of this weekend, I'll be running on lozenges and water. If you're out there, either Halls or Honeybee. Really enjoying these Honeybee orange-flavored lozenges that I picked up. You only get so many free mentions before you have to come across with a little product. Just kidding. But on a serious note, thanks to all the sponsors for the Tommies. If you are out there and you'd like to get involved in university athletics, reach out to the Tommies. Lots of great sponsors on board for the Tommies, as always. Help to make this university athletic possible due to the sponsors. Rebound Villain for Littleton. In the 3-point game, Tommies can tie with a 3. Trey Campbell, Jeffrey Lavoie. Trey Campbell, aptly named. He's got 2 threes, all looking for the 3rd. Littleton fights for the rebound. Outside for Hoyt. Hoyt makes it a tie game. Littleton with the pickoff. Back for Lavoie. Lavoie. Oh, nice pass on the cutting Campbell. He can't finish it. Thought Lavoie was going to pick up a foul on the Mystics on that drive. Little helter-skelter play. We're tied at 41. Inside underneath for forward. Merchanti goes high off glass in the middle of the key. Coach Hickey says, why wasn't there a foul at that other end as the officials go by? Lavoie again operates out of that low post. I'd compare him to Adrian Dantley, but I know most folks playing out there would have to go look up who Adrian Dantley is. Florian in for Lavoie. 3:15 to go here in the first half. 43-41 Mystics, but it is Tommy's ball. Littleton and Campbell, the backcourt for St. Thomas. Littleton pressured by Callahan. Not sure we lost control and had to shoot that, or just didn't get a good look. Littleton on the push, has Hoyt on the far side. Littleton's going to go right at contact for forward and draw the foul. It's going to be forward second at least. So we'll send Littleton back to the line. Hoyt was spotted up there looking for the pass out for the 3. Ben Duell limbering up on the sideline for the Tommies. Littleton misses the first. Duell will check in at the next opportunity for Littleton, I would guess. Guess this would be a sub for Shooter. Littleton misses them both. He'll get to stay on the court, and the Tommies track down the rebound. Campbell for Hoyt. Hoyt with a long-range bomb. Rebound taken away by Smith. Smith for Callahan. Look to go over the big Harrison Florian. No dice on that shot from Callahan. Trey Campbell on the drive, back outside for Florian. Harrison says, I can make the deep jumper too. That's just a long two for Harrison. Harrison out of Leo Hayes High. Watched a lot of his high school games. The other side of the river. Nice work inside by Merchanti to score two. Trey Campbell right down Broadway and scores two. Slippery move by Trey Campbell. Showed off the outside shot. Now he's showing he can get to the rim, like what I see out of the rookie already. Speaking of getting to the rim, there's Terrio Sands on the putback lay-in. Tommies failed to block out there. Littleton had tape on his hand loose. Now Campbell shoots it again. Florian against three Mystics is not successful on the rebound. Callahan to the front court with numbers. Decides to take it himself and didn't really get a good shot off. Don't think Coach De Palma really likes that shot selection. Littleton finishes off glass, ties it at 47, under a minute to go in the opening half. Front rim. That's Tanner Hoyt with a spin dribble. Blaine can't get the handle. Duel will finally get the check in, as will Lavoie. It's like 10, 13, and 6. Spalding, Gilmore, and Murnahan back on the court for the Mystics, joining Sands and Smith. 35 seconds to go in the opening quarter, 47 up. Spalding off his knee. Villain does get that one. Jump ball. Possession arrow to the Mystics. 25.7 now on the clock. 14 on the game on the shot clock. Villain out. Ethan Tumwine checks in with Lavoie, Florian, Hoyt. And there's got to be one more Tommy out there that I can't see right now behind the backboard. Knocked away. Yes, there is. It's Duel, Ben Duel. Tommies for Lavoie into the front court. Hoyt. He's going to size up Murnahan. Ben Duel outside for Hoyt. Takes the three. Makes the three. Tommies up three. 3 seconds to go in the half. And it will be the Tommies with the halftime lead. They trailed by 5 after 1. Up by 3 after 2. It is 50-47 St. Thomas. At halftime, final game, opening day of the Ken Gould Invitational. I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for tuning in for the first half. Going to put 15 minutes on the board. Get yourself some snacks, maybe a little beverage. Come on back for the second half. Fans, welcome back to the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium. Second half action here. Final game of day one, Ken Gould Invitational 2022. St. Thomas Tommies with a 3-point lead over the Mount St. Vincent Mystics in men's action, 50-47. Again, both teams on the men's side on pace or nearly there for triple digits. Saw both teams in triple digits in the earlier game between Mount A and Holland College. Close game as you'd expect, not a whole lot to choose from on the stats. Mystics 47 points on 21 of 43 field goals, 48.8%, 4 of 11 from three-point range, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Tommy's 15 points, 19 of 37 for 51%, 6 of 12 from three-point land, and 6 of 9 from the free throw line. 6 turnovers versus 4. Mystics have the 6. Rebounds 22-20 in favor of the Mystics. Assists both tied at 12. Tommies 5 steals versus 2. So not a lot to choose from there. Points in the paint favor the Mystics by a little bit. Team leaders looking first at the Mystics. Jackson Smith has 14 on 6 of 7 shooting. Ontario Sands has 8, Will Spalding 6, Callahan 4, McLean 4, Gilmore 4, Merchanti 4, Murnahan 2, and Forward 1. For the Tommies, Tanner Hoyt 16 on 6 of 7, including 4 of 5 threes. Littleton 11, Campbell 10, Lavoie 8. Ben Duell has 3, Florian 2, makes up the scoring for the Tommies. Littleton 6 rebounds already for Stu, and Jackson Smith has 5 for Mount St. Vincent. Set to go for the second half. In fact, we're already underway. Was Tommy ball. Start the half, I believe, and now it's over to MSVU. Played about 30 seconds. Tommies get the first score. That's Evan Villain. Sneaks behind the defense, gets the touchdown pass, and scores 2. Jackson Smith outside for Will Spalding. Spalding on the drive. Couldn't see that play at all, folks. There were some fans leaving the stands here beside me. Totally blocked out on that play. It appears we've got an and one off a three-pointer for Tanner Hoyt. (55-47), 8:57 to go in the quarter. Quarter 3. Hoyt now makes it a 9-point lead. Tommy's led only by 3 at half, so they open with the first 6 points of the third quarter. Looking at the answer to that is Sands, and he does with 2. Owen Amos. Amos from the baseline from 18 feet. Little too strong. Corralled by Smith for Spalding. Now up into the front court. Forward with a nice pass inside. And finishing that is Sands. Nice pass off by Forward. Ben Duell for Vince Littleton. Littleton drives. Can't get it to go, can't get the rebound to go, but he's fouled on the putback. Ontario Sands puts his hands up. 6'2" forward from Eleuthera, Bahamas raises his hand on that one. It's going to be his first, team's second of the quarter. So it is Littleton, Duell, Lavoie, Amos, and Hoyt on the court for the Tommies. And it is Callahan, Spalding, Forward, Sands, and Smith for the Mystics. That makes it 57-51, according to the scoreboard here in-house, in favor of STU. Could have sworn the gap was a little bit more than that earlier. Maybe we had a little scoreboard correction that I didn't catch. Lavoie misses there. Callahan turns it up court. Callahan for three. That rims out. Rebound Lavoie for Littleton. Has Amos running this part in this near wing. Callahan looked for the strip on Littleton. Instead picks up the blocking foul. Smiles at the official. Says, I think that was clean, sir. Hard to change the referee's mind once he's blown the whistle. Lavoie in the low post. Owen Amos for three. Relaxed looking shot by Amos. It doesn't go down. That three does go down by Jack Forward, I believe, was the shooter on that case. 3-point game, 6:50 to go. The Tommies plus three. Make that plus six on the make from Lavoie. 60-54. STU. Littleton knocks it away from Callahan. McLean and Murnahan off the bench for Coach DePalma. Trey Campbell will check in for the Tommies. Owen Amos will come out for St. Thomas. Smith on the inbound for Spalding. Spalding against Gould. Spalding works his way to get a shot free. Lavoie on the rebound. Forward for Littleton. Littleton on the run out, can't get it to go. Campbell on the follow, gets the rebound. Ben Duell spins in the lane, puts it up. That rims out. Tommies don't get a bounce on that possession. Some good looks at the rim though. Spalding on the drive, he's going to get body from Duell. McLean will help him up. 6:12 to go, quarter three. Spalding to the line. He's going to shoot two. We'll get the first one without a lineup. Five-point game, make it four. Outside, Lavoie. Eagle-eyed official sees that just graze the guide wire. It supports the backboard. Calls the out-of-bounds play. Lavoie on the steal. Little Euro step for Lavoie. Long strides, lays it in for two. We're back to a 6-point game. Tanner Hoyt doesn't complain about much, but he didn't really like that foul call. It's called for the hold. Duel out, Tamwine in. Tanner Hoyt, athletic take. Lots of rim. Hard contact there by forward on the floor. Campbell was attacking the offensive glass. Forward down hard. Harrison Florian will sub in while we get some attention on the floor for Jack forward. Rolls over onto his back. They're going to sit him up now and stand him up. He will sub out. Sam Gilmore goes in. Forward wanted to stay in. It is the right thing to do, though, to get him off. Has to come off. The trainer went out for the visit. Appears to be tailbone area is where their concern is for forward on the sidelines. What he's pointing to, at least, is up and mobile. Good to see. Hopefully we'll see him back in this one. Spalding against Tumwine. 5:14 to go here in the quarter. 6-point Tommy lead. Spalding, step back three. Campbell for Florian. Florian on the spin and take. He scores two. On the leak out, Murnahan. Hoyt skied for the block. Officials say contact to the head area on that one. The block looked clean. Tanner doesn't seem to be complaining too much about that one. He's accepting that foul call. Ty Murnahan on the line. Shot under 50% last year did Murnahan for the Mystics. Two misses there. Rebound to Florian. Tumwine for Littleton. Back to Tumwine. Tumwine for three. That looked good, but it rimmed out as well. Gonna have to get a little grease on these rims here in the overnight hours. A few more of these shots to drop down. There's been a lot around the rimmers here today. Not that the shots aren't dropping. It is 64-59. A little over halfway through quarter three. We do have lots of points on the board. But a lot of good-looking shots just haven't gone through for all teams here today, really. Spalding with a pass to no one. The man had already cut. Will Spalding says, yeah, that's my fault. Should have had a little quicker look there before I passed. Littleton with the tricky dribble. Ethan Tumwine makes the three. 67-59. Stu pushes the lead to 8. Long-range bomb from Smith. That is very clearly off the rim support, the backboard support. And out of play. St. Thomas ball. Zach Votor will check in for Tommy. See his first action of the tournament. Timeout taken. listening in to the huddle of Coach De Palma. Seems to be saying he doesn't think it's what the Tommies are doing to them, it's what they're doing to themselves. Urging ball movement on offense. Let's keep moving the ball, keep moving the ball. Sometimes when the sound is just right here, I can get some of the words out of the timeouts. Got a little bit of that one from Coach De Palma. Get good at reading lips a little bit some of the time. Campbell for three. That's no good. Florian on the offensive glass gets it to go through for the 10-point Tommy lead. Florian give him 6 on the game now. 2 inside in the long-range jumper from the first half. Nice cut inside by Murnahan, but he can't get it to go down. Littleton. The explosive Littleton to the rim again. Can't draw the foul. Florian fights for the offensive board. Finally, it is Spalding who come away with it. And now Jackson Smith. Pass on the baseline for Ty Murnahan, back for Smith. Ball is moving a little bit more now for the Mystics. Ty Murnahan crosses the offensive glass, gets the putback. Under 3 minutes to go in third quarter. 69-61 STU over Mount St. Vincent. Campbell for three. Tommy's into a little bit of a zone here. Seemed to confuse Mount St. Vincent just a little bit. Never did get anyone into the high post position, which you usually see against the zone. Campbell says, look at me get to the rim too. Got to guard me all over the floor. Pushes the lead to 13. Jackson Smith on the drive. That's out off of Tommy. Sands checks in. Callahan checks in. Spalding out. Smith out on the Mystic sideline. Sands on the catch for Callahan. Callahan spins. Got a good shot and got a good bounce. Did Adam Callahan. Campbell, the deep three, it doesn't go down. It looked good most of the way there. Callahan now on the dribble. Shout out to the Callahan clan from Cape Breton. I know you like to watch the webcast for sure. Callahan on cue. Gets the three to rattle through. 5 points for Callahan. Cut into the Tommy lead. 1:12 to go. Ben Duell will check in. I believe this is going to be for Vince Littleton. Coach Hickey. I believe we've seen everyone now except for Colin Downey. Everyone available. With Votor, who has the ball now into the game. Campbell for Duell. Back for Campbell. Campbell slips, gets a push, though I believe from Sands. No, just called out of bounds. Thought the official was going to signal a foul there. Lavoie back off the bench. Under a minute to go, quarter three, 74-66 STU. Campbell will come off. Adam Humphrey will do a little more mop action here with the towel. The very tail end of quarter three now. Reminder, action again tomorrow, 12-2, 4 and 6. MSVU and Mount A. STU and Holland are your matchups tomorrow. Inbound for Sands. Sands for Callahan, the hot hand. Doesn't get that one to go. Lavoie on the board for Ben Duell. Duell for Lavoie. Lavoie finds paint. Gets that one off glass, gets his own rebound. Back for Duell. Vautour for three. Taken away by Callahan. Murnahan on the drive. Was right at Lavoie. Good no call there by the officials. 6-point game. 15 left in the quarter. 15 seconds left in quarter three. Tommies will hold for the last shot. Shot clock is off. Now 10 left. Lavoie for Tumwine. He goes baseline. Puts the shot up. No good. 3 left in the quarter. Murnahan passes it off. It goes. Would have counted if it went. I believe. From McLean, it doesn't go down. 74-68 will be your score after 3 quarters. 74-68. Stu. We're going to take about a minute and a half break, and I'll be back with action from quarter 4. Fans, welcome back for quarter 4 action here. Final game of the day, the day 1 of the Ken Gould. St. Thomas Tommies lead by 6 over the Mount St. Vincent University Mystics. It will be MSVU ball to start the 4th quarter. Hard-fought game so far. Tommies got down early, then clawed back and have taken the lead. Expect hard-fought 4th quarter. Callahan had the hot hand at the end of the 3rd. He misses there. Taken away, though, by Sands. Murnahan for Callahan. Callahan has that rim out. Murnahan's right there on the offensive boards again. Tommies have got to block him out. That's 2 or 3 offensive rebounds he's got here in the last few minutes of play. Owen Amos with the 3-pointer. Looked like a knuckleball shot, not a lot of spin. Goes through for Amos. 77-70, 9:05 to go in quarter 4. Sands for Gilmore. Gilmore's too strong. Tumwine on the rebound for Lavoie. Lavoie for Hoyt. 3. Little too strong. Duell fights for it. Knocks it out of bounds. Littleton will check in for Tumwine. Will Spaulding set to check in at the next stoppage, as is Trey Campbell. Sub on each side. Sands against Lavoie. Back outside, that's McLean who nails the three. 77-73. Another tight one here at the Ken Gould. Tommies and Mystics. Not sure why we had the stoppage of play there, but nonetheless we got some subs in. Not sure we had a clock issue or what, but we did get subs in. Littleton on the take, loses the handle. Coming away with it is Spaulding. Murnahan's right there on the glass again, but it is going to be out of bounds off of Murnahan. Murnahan, the second-year forward out of Dartmouth. Had a nose for the ball, certainly in this second half. Campbell on the take. Draws the foul. Foul on number 10, I believe, Sam Gilmore. It's going to be Gilmore's second. Team's first of the quarter. Good to see this coming back. Jack Forward, who left the game earlier after the hard fall to the floor on the rebounding action. He checks back in. Trey Campbell on the line. Campbell has a really polished looking shot. Makes them both. Spaulding. That's Forward who makes the three. (79-76) Tommies. 7:23 to go in the fourth. Littleton misses, rebound to Spaulding. Mystics can tie with a three. Instead it's a step back two, too strong. Owen Amos on the rebound. Amos goes coast to coast, going to pick up the offensive foul. Spaulding comes up holding his wrist on that one, doesn't seem to be serious. Jackson Smith will check in for Terrio Sands. .702 to go, 3-point game. We're in for a dandy finish here. Final game of the first day of the Ken Gould Invitational. Forward for Smith. Smith against Amos. That's Murnahan. Taken away by the Tommies Littleton. Numbers for Tanner Hoyt. Short-armed the shot, did Hoyt. But he does fight for the rebound. The Tommies get it back in the hands of Hoyt for three. Short there as well. Lavoie on the offensive glass. He gets it over the front of the rim. 2 points, Jeffrey Lavoie. Tommies worked hard on the offensive board for those 2 points. Oh, nice look inside. Spaulding to the cutting Smith. Easy lay-in for 2. 3-point game again. 6 minutes to play. Tommies +3, 81-78. Littleton snakes his way to the rim for 2. Spalding kicks it back outside. 3-pointer from Smith, no good. Amos lets that go out of bounds on the far side. .536 to play, the Tommies +5. Trey Campbell against Jackson Smith. Harrison Florian. Florian powers through. He's going to pick up the foul on Jack Forward. That's just size and strength. Florian puts it to work there in the low post. Determined to get that one up. Was a 6'7" Florian. For the 6-point lead. Florian misses them both, but it's the Tommies on the glass. Campbell steps back. 3-pointer there, short. Tamwine knocks it out of bounds. It will be Mystics' ball. Big tie-up on the far side. It's Tamwine and I believe Murnahan. No, that's going to be McLean, number 8. Got tied up on that far side. Foul will go on Tamwine, his first. Team second of the quarter. And even 5 minutes to play. The Tommies +5, 83-78. Off the hands of Lavoie. Pass from Florian, just a little bit too much mustard on the hot dog. Sands for Spalding. Kicks it outside for Forward. Littleton on the run again. All arms and legs going to the rim. Littleton's going to draw the foul. Got an 8 flashed up there on the scoreboard. Foul will go on McLean. Littleton on the line. Littleton makes them both. 85-78, 4.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Tamwine draws the offensive foul on Jackson Smith. It's going to be Smith's second. Lavoie on the catch into the front court. Mystics 4 team fouls now this quarter. Tommies only 2. The Tommies with the 7-point lead looking to add on here is Littleton. He's going to draw another foul. That's going to be on Terrio Sands, and Vince Littleton will go back to the line again. Littleton a miss on the first. They'll line up for the second. 4:05 to go. Game still yet to be won here. Still could go either way. Extended now to an 8-point lead with that make. Tommies have to like where they are. Of course, like it even better that they're doing all of this without Defensive Player of the Year and First Team All-Star Gaio Isaiah, who's on the injury list here. He scratched. Make there by Jackson Smith. Isaiah was usually getting the toughest assignments last season for the Tommies. Expect that to happen the same way. Tumwine and Florian can't connect. Looking to cut into the lead again are the Mystics. Foul's going to be on the floor. Tanner Hoyt with the challenge on Terrio Sands. Coach DePalma says if it's on the floor here, why wasn't it on the floor at the other end? Third team foul for the Tommies. That'll be the third on Hoyt as well. Mystics already over the limit. Tommies shooting bonus from here on out. 86-80. Tommies lead. Nice look inside. Sands can't finish. Lavoie on the rebound. Tumwine on the run out scores 2. Nice finish from Ethan Tumwine. Foul on the drive. That will be the 4th on the Tommies. It's called on number 5. That's Tumwine. His second. 3:10 to go. Tommies plus 8, 88-80 on the Mystics. Lots of time left, though, for MSVU. Put 8 points on the board pretty quick. That is forward, and Spalding. Spalding looks for 3 of those 8. Can't get it, but again, it's Murnahan on the offensive glass. Somebody's going to block out Ty Murnahan if you're on the Tommy sideline. That, I think, is 4 or 5 times now he's gotten to that offensive board. Of course, full credit to Murnahan with the nose for the ball and the desire to get in there and get it. You can see why he's getting some playing time from Coach DePalma. Converts from the line. That's the best way to make up the deficit when the clock is stopped. Can't get the second. Lavoie on the rebound for Hoyt. Hoyt for Lavoie. Littleton, the post for Florian. Florian again uses the size, goes up. It goes through the hoop and the harm. Harrison Florian will go to the line looking to convert the 3-point play. Again, that's just size and strength in the post for Harrison Florian. Mystics don't have anyone on the court currently can match up quite with that size. Florian to the line. A make here makes it a 10-point game with 2:50 to go. 91-81. The Tommies in front. Callahan to the front court. Jackson Smith on the spin. Knocked away by Littleton. Lavoie picks it up. Trey Campbell. Florian picks that up, goes off glass and scores. How about Harrison Florian? showing off the scoring touch here in this one. I believe that puts him into double digits. Florian lucky not to get a push on the rebound there. Controlled by the Mystics. Tommies up 12, 2:15 to play. Murnahan again gets to the net. Foul, I was not sure whether that was Lavoie or Hoyt. Goes on Lavoie, his second. Both teams now in the bonus, 2:13 to go. Murnahan hasn't had great luck from the line here this evening. I'm sure he'll put some more work in on that. Prove that as the season goes along. See if he can get the second. Second one rims out as well. But it is Spalding on the steal for Callahan. Back to Spalding. Spin move Spalding. Inside for Sands. That doesn't go. Murnahan on the tip. Coach Hickey will be looking for someone to put attack in Murnahan. Keep him off the glass. Keep him tied down somewhere. Hoyt on the strong take. Rebound to Murnahan. Florian down. Numbers for the Mystics. Callahan loses the handle, but there's Murnahan again. Tommies nearly throw that away, but Campbell keeps it in bounds. Looking for Florian, maybe getting a little too fancy. Don't be surprised to see a timeout here from Coach Hickey if there's a score. Spalding against Campbell. Spalding for three. Taken away by Littleton. Callahan with the foul on Littleton. 1:08 to play, 93-85. Littleton will go to the line. That's the third foul on Callahan, 1:08 to play. Folks, this has been a pleasure. 4 good games here today. Don't usually do a whole lot of self-promotion. But I will get one quick mention in here as we wind down this one. If you are in town tomorrow morning, 8 to 10, Wiseman's Breakfast in Marysville. Proceeds going from that breakfast to the Gibson Neal School Breakfast Fund. I'll be there. Released a book here earlier this year. I'll be offering that book up for sale at the breakfast, 8 to 10, Marysville Heritage Center tomorrow. $5 from each book sold. I'll be donating that through the Wiseman to the breakfast program. So if you are in Fredericton or if you are around, you're in for a visit, come on out to the Marysville Heritage Center. Locally set novel available for sale tomorrow. Partial proceeds going to the Gibson Neal Breakfast Fund. And a great breakfast to boot for $8 from the Wiseman. They donate the proceeds as well. Out of bounds off the Tommies. Florian catching the high post. 10 on the shot clock, 45 on the game clock. Tommies by 10, turned over to the front court. That's Sands for Callahan. And Jackson Smith makes the deep three. 7-point game, 35 seconds to go. Into the hands of Lavoie. 3 Mystics there. And guess who? Murnahan. Going to have a time violation, I believe, on the Tommies. We Mystics ball. I'm not sure they got the time violation or some other thing. 25.1 to go. 95-88. Timeout, Coach De Palma and the Mystics. So we're down to a few seconds left in this one. Reminder tomorrow one more time. 12-2. it will be the MSVU and Mount Allison Mountie men and women. Women at 12, men at 2. And 4 and 6, it will be the Tommies and the Holland College Hurricanes. Women at 4, men at 6. Come on down here to the gym if you can. Of course, they are projected start times. As with today, we're about 45 minutes behind schedule here on game number 4 of the day. All close ball games. Probably expected to run a little bit behind again tomorrow. Heck of a weekend here so far. Got 8 more games on tap ahead. 4 of the top teams on the men's side, 4 of the top teams on the women's side. You know, I've got my eye on that Crandall roster as well on the men's side. They'll be better on the women's side too. That men's side, they didn't lose a whole lot of bodies, and they had a couple of good pickups in French and Tyree Cooper to go along with some good rookies coming in. The 2 transfers there really add more depth to that team. They'll have something to say about who's in the top of the league as well. Taken away by Campbell. 21 seconds to go. The Tommies +7. That is Hoyt for Lavoie. He's going to run out some clock. Shot clock is off. Tommies don't need a shot. Mystics elect not to foul. We're just going to dribble this one out. Oh, no, we're not going to dribble this one out. Technically, there is time on the clock if they decide to do the inbound play, and I believe they will. Coach Hickey says, why are we bothering? They've already conceded. So we are going to put some time back on the clock here by the looks of things. 3 seconds. It is 95-88, likely to be our final score. Callahan does put one up. It doesn't go in. So your final in game 4 of the Ken Gould Invitational. It's the St. Thomas Tommies 95, the Mount St. Vincent University Mystics 88. So Stu picks up the victory in this one. Again, back at it tomorrow, 12-2. 4 and 6. I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for tuning in today. Come on out to the gym. We'll come back tomorrow for some more great basketball. Have a great night, folks.